Lucifer was one of the most important angels in heaven. He was the leader of the heavenly choir, and he was practically next to Christ in terms of rank. This is the confusing part. Lucifer began to get jealous of Christ, God's son. The weird part is that Lucifer had been created a perfect being in a perfect world, and he had been there for who knows how long. So where did the jealousy spark? No one knows. It's called the mystery of iniquity.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
But that's still the core of the issue, even today. Reputation. Why would God let bad things happen to good people? Is he really fair? Why is he doing this? People question God and misunderstand his character. So Lucifer rebelled. It wasn't obvious at first because, hey, in a government that powerful, with the whole universe watching, who would want to challenge the God of the universe? So Lucifer played it down low and started spreading the jealousy around. He began questioning if God's government was really fair. He let doubt take over and hurt his image of God. So the entire rebellion probably wasn't just an overnight conflict. Things like that take serious time. God didn't just see the rebellion in Lucifer and his followers and just kick them out of heaven. He did everything he could to save them. Jesus had conversations with Lucifer, trying to work out the issues with him, but Lucifer wouldn't have it. A physical battle was imminent. It was only a matter of time, if time as we know it works there. Point is, war broke out. If you think that the coolest sci-fi stuff that Hollywood can come up with is epic, then you can imagine how massive that battle must have been. Of course, God's side won. I mean, God never loses.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
This was the first time anything like this had ever happened in the history of the universe. Sin had been introduced, and its deadly poison was about to take its most destructive effect. It was the time for the creation of a new planet. God and his Son had been in the process of designing this world. You see, Earth is a special place. Do you know why? It's because man is created in God's image. We were designed to reflect his character and to be in close communication with him. But sin came in and messed it up.
So God created man in his own image.
There were two trees in the Garden of Eden. One was the tree of life. Adam and Eve could eat from that tree as much as they wanted. The second tree was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. What does the name mean? It sounds like you gain knowledge from it. In a way, Adam and Eve did. They learned what it was like to be sinful, and that's something that they wish they'd never learned. God put the tree in the garden so that Adam and Eve could choose their own master. He wants his creation to give him true love. If each of us were programmed to only serve him, we wouldn't serve him because we love him. We would serve him because that's all we had ever known. God gave man the choice. Each and every day, he's knocking at the door of your heart, asking to come in. He leaves it up to us to let him. He could break down the door and bust his way in, but instead, he knocks. We are the ones that have to let him in.
When Satan fell, he planted a seed of doubt in the angels and other beings' minds. He put a question mark on God's reputation. And even though Satan is banned from heaven now, these seeds of doubt remain. God is showing the contrast between Satan and himself to the whole entire world. He's revealing Satan's true identity. That's why he didn't just kill Satan. If he had done that, it would have looked like God had something to hide. Of course he doesn't, so he allows Satan to live until every heart is turned against him and all realize the truth. Have you ever wondered why God created a world in which he knew sin and suffering would take over? He knew the consequences, but he decided to take the risk. The reason? He thought you were worth the pain. He knew the joy in loving you, even if you didn't love him back. That to him would be reason enough to call this whole world into existence. God wouldn't create us as robots, so he gave us a choice to follow him or to follow self. So then why are we still here on earth? Why don't we just go home? Well, unfortunately, not everyone has heard the story of God's love and made a decision to follow him for themselves. God is waiting on us to tell them. It's our responsibility. We really have no excuse not to finish it. We have all the means necessary: media, internet, the Bible, the most important of all, a direct connection to God, the Father, through Jesus Christ. So why aren't we doing anything? That's a question only you can answer. Only you can make the decision to do something. Choose you this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.